now to Georgia at Lanier National Speedway. This is the site of tonight's race for the DWRL Street Stock Tour. Now, there are only 2 races left in the season after this one. The points battle is very tight between a couple of drivers. That would be the number 88 of Anthony Guzman and the number 44. That's Michael Denton. Those two coming in here just a few points apart, but there's a lot of other hungry drivers here at this wide, short track. I do believe it is a half mile. I am George the Giant Pig alongside with Tungsten Mathers. Now, Tungsten, we've run a race here before at Lanier, and we've run a couple of them, actually, a couple test races as well. What kind of things can our viewers expect to be seeing tonight?
This is quite forgiving as a short tracks go. Like I say, it's wide as well as short, and hopefully this one will be a bit cleaner than the public race we held.
Yeah, that we'd like to pretend that one didn't happen. There were lots of wrecks in it, so that's another thing to look out for today, though. There may be a lot of wrecks. Let's take a look at the starting order on this event. Starting on the front row, I'm a little late here, so we're going to go fast. From the Mid-South, number 53, it's Joey Williamson. Just outside of him, number 44 from New York, Michael Denton for Local Dog Racing. Back to row number 2, also for Local Dog Racing from Michigan. It's number 6, Arrow Malloy. Just outside of him, the number 99, all the way from England for Redline Racing, it's Michi Rossini. Back from there, you're going to find the number 33. He is for Roadkill Racing, representing the Georgia Club. This is his home track. It's Bob Gage. Next to Bob Gage in the number 88. Driving for Anthony Guzman this week from California, it's the 88, Layla Wilson, normally for Local Dog Racing, tonight for Redline Racing. And back there behind her, I see the number 90. He is from Florida. That's Phil Prusak. And I believe we also have number 75 from Florida, Davey Hazard, out on the track. So I'm going to get some confirmation and see just how many of these drivers that qualified are going to be starting the race. I do know those first few I announced are in it. There's Hazard and Prusak, so those are going to be the last 2. Had 2 other drivers take time that did not make the start, but should still be a very competitive race here. As you said, this track is very wide. Lots of racing room. So as we get ready to go green here, that is our full lineup, and you can see Denton and Williamson here. This is Williamson's first pole. Fastest in practice, though, was Denton, holding up the outside pole as we get ready to go green. He's rocking those new Net Zero colors this week, and there's the green flag. Whoa, 3 wide going to the 1 there. Look at Arrow Malloy and the number 99. That's Michi Rossini. We're still 3 wide. Wilson coming up the outside. She's running for Guzman this week, trying to get him as many points as she can. 3 wide back here. Look at Rossini just trying to kind of hold that outside line. He's making it work. A little bit of blinking out of the 75. That's Davey Hazard. Hopefully his connection gets sorted out here as they work their way down into turn 3. Coming off turn 4 all the way to the bottom, here goes Wilson in the 88. And Rossini's going to go with. Oh, not quite, he tried. So, Tungsten, this is the close racing you were talking about. They're 2 wide all the way down.
Yeah, I think a couple of cars got stranded out up high when they would rather be diamonding the corners, so now things have strung out, people can start laying their pace down the settlement tonight.
Riding with the number 6, that's Arrow Malloy. Looking back from him, you can see Wilson right there, Hazard right behind her as Malloy catches the wall a little bit there. Look at Rossini down to the inside. Him and Hazard make oh, that's not good.
He got down there too fast, couldn't keep it low enough.
There's caution on the Speedway. Number 99 getting back up to speed there. The damage doesn't look too bad. Definitely not terminal. That car is tracking straight still. Looks like he got a piece of the number 90. That is Phil Prusak. I believe that 33 Bob Gage was right there in the mix. I don't know if he was involved or not. As well as the 75 Davey Hazard. Those 4, I should say, if I can count. Those 4 are the last 4 here in the field. Let's see what happened here. All right, Tungsten, take us through this.
Right, following through sack of Rossini's gone down low. He believes he's got a run, and yeah, he's gone in there too quickly. Not enough on the brakes, and he's moved up into the other car. So he can't have any complaints about that one.
It shows it doesn't take a lot here at Lanier to get one of these cars upset. Hazard does a good job saving it. Just really nowhere for the 90 to go at that point. You know, kind of a racing incident, and you end up in a big pack like that, and there's really nowhere to go.
Yeah, Hazard did well. Like, he was running a very smooth line. He wasn't coming down at all. And once he got tagged, yeah, a lot of drivers wouldn't have been able to hold that, but he's kept it straight.
So we got about 4 laps under caution until we go green. Right now, Joey Williamson leading some of his first laps of the season. He came in a little bit late. Helps these guys with their setups every week. And right now, he's definitely showing off his prowess as a driver as well out front of this field. Mike Denton, your points leader, sits second. Now, he has got to beat Layla Wilson in the 88 this week. She is driving for Anthony Guzman, as I've said ad nauseum. So she has got to try and make up some points on him for Guzman, but right now that's not looking too good. And 44 having very good points, Jay holding on in second. He may be going for the lead here when we go back green, but you might see him drive a little more conservatively than normal. And we have the 6 of Malloy back there, who's having a very strong run on the final podium spot.
I'd say that if Dead in the number 44 would be itching to get back to that lead. I think with Guzman out, even though Layla's running for his points, he wants to try and make the most of the opportunity to open up this little gap at the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. And he's got that outside line there. You can really get a charge going down into 1. He's going to have to really pedal it, though. He's going to have to time this perfectly as the pace car pulls off. Everybody's still on the track, ready to go. Denton hanging back a little. We may see him try to do the whole shot. And it looks like Williamson up through the gearbox just fine there. I thought maybe Denton was going to be able to get down in front of him, but now we got ourselves a jailbreak coming out of turn 2. You can see Malloy plastered down on the inside. Here comes Wilson up the outside. That didn't quite work. Hazard's trying to work the middle back here.
I'll say Williamson needs to just keep his the inside of the track covered here. Try not to give Denton a way through.
Yeah, because right now Denton is on attack mode. They're racing behind him. He's got nothing to worry about, so he's going to try and find a way around that 53 as we go 3 wide down the front stretch. Sure, why not?
Wilson loses out, looks like.
And she's going to get trained as they head down into turn number 3. That's the 75 of Hazard. Oh, wow, he kind of locked the brakes up there a little bit. Looked like a couple cars got stuck up behind him there. Everybody continues okay, but that was getting a little dangerous there as Malloy now holds on to that 3rd spot. Here comes Bob Gage up through the field. Roadkill Racing entry works its way off of turn number 4. He is trying to reel in the number 88. That's Wilson right now. She has fallen back just a little ways there as Hazard now tries to take a look at the 6. That's Malloy.
Malloy's the one's getting trained as he hits the wall. I think he's just going to let these guys sail past now.
53 and 44 continue to be in spots 1 and 2 as we watch this battle for the 3rd spot. That's Wilson down on the bottom. And Hazard on the outside, 88 and 75.
It's a really quick turnaround. Just a couple of laps ago we saw Wilson getting trained and falling back, but now she's going to 3rd. She'll try and make some ground on the leaders.
Very evenly matched cars here as we go back to take a look at the lead. Now Denton has really closed it up. I mean, this is about to be a fight here as we head into turn 3.
Side by side.
At the stripe, still the 53.
I think 44's got it done.
Yes, he does. Off from turn 3, new leader, number 44, Michael Denton, for Local Dog Racing, now leading the number 53 of Williamson around the track.
Got a little bit loose on the exit of 4 there, but Williamson had nothing for him.
Yeah, at this point, perhaps Denton's been saving his tires for one of these long runs here. If we take a look back further at this 3rd battle again, there's Davey Hazard and Layla Wilson doing it again. So you can see Hazard in turn 1. He's going to take a little bit of a look there. Boy, she really got down a little bit too low there to defend the inside, I think. There's a certain point where when you tuck down there, you get your left tires on the paint, and they spin the left rear will spin a little bit faster, and you're going to get loose. And she's done that pretty much every lap now. Big run out of the 75. This is for 3rd once again as the laps are starting to wind down here. Well, he's got it plastered down on the inside. You can kind of pitch the car on the outside and right off the right rear. It works for a while. Eventually, you're going to burn it off, and I think that's what she's trying to do right now. But as you can see, the 75 Hazard really just got it plastered down there. And if she's not able to hold him off, she's going to get trained again. As you can see, Prusak coming up there. And looks like Malloy and Gage as well. So we're about to have ourselves a bit of a change-up up here. We are halfway to number 90. That is Prusak right down to the bottom. Now he's trying to get by that number 88. Looks like a repeat of a couple laps ago, eh?
He's struggling for traction down in that yellow line now. So he's not getting the move done, and he's going to come under attack from Malloy, it looks like.
Yeah, he got all crossed up coming off the floor. He was much lower than the preferred line down the front straightaway there. As we come across the stripe again, Malloy is now actually under attack from Rossini as well, as he takes a monster run into the corner there. I think he thought the 90 might get the 88. Maybe he could follow through.
Prusak is sticking with his line, still dipping tyres just below the yellow line. It doesn't seem to be working for him.
We saw what wonders it did for Wilson when she had third. Got one car around, I do believe, in turn 4, or I'm sorry, turn 1. That was the 33, Bob Gage. He looks to be going once again. Didn't quite see what caused that. Looks like we're still green at the moment. And there's the caution. So as the Roadkill Racing entry gets back up to speed there, that'll reset the field here. We've had some very close racing so far. Especially from third on back. I mean, we did have that great battle for the lead, and we're probably going to have another one with the cool tires and all, but everybody from third all the way back to the rear of the field has a chance at not only third, but possibly a race win here. I mean, these cars are really evenly matched. This is one of the best races we've had all season. Doesn't look like there's going to be any pit stops here. So, as we reform the field, there's the 44 Dent near leader, the 53 Joey Williamson is second. Let's take a look at what happened. Tungsten?
Well, yeah, that's a simple case of too much power at the corner, and he couldn't get the tyres to stick, and it just trained into the wall.
It looks almost as if he cut a right front tire as he came out of turn 4. That thing, it just looked evil.
That was a hard hit as well. I'd be surprised if he hasn't taken some serious damage.
I think that may have been a tire, because it shot straight into the wall.
But as far as I know, he hasn't pitted yet, so I suppose the car is still drivable.
Well, so it'd be interesting. It must not have been a tire then. See if he can get that car sorted out and come back up and get a good finish. I mean, all these cars, very equal speed. And in some cases, you can knock a car faster. Usually not a hit that hard, but he should be competitive when we go green here if he didn't pit. So this should be interesting. We go on all the way back down through the lineup there.
Just spotted him down. He is down there in the pit lane now.
All right. It may very well have been a tire then. That one's a mystery. There will be 16 laps to go when we go green flag racing here. Pace car getting ready to pull off. Williamson on the outside, 44 Denton on the inside. Hazard, Wilson, row 2, then the 90, the 6, and the 99 as the 33 rejoins the field. We're green flag racing once again at Lanier. Look at this, 3 wide into turn 1. Hazard down to the bottom, Wilson up on the outside. Williamson trying to hold on. Here comes the 90, that's Prusak. Wilson's strategy once again has bombed. Prusak still down there. This is for third. Great run for Prusak in the 90. Williamson gets trained this time. And now they're 3 wide again. Here comes Wilson for third. Oh, Williamson almost got the back of Prusak there, headed into turn 1. He's going to have to slow it up again. And this is kind of what you were talking about. When you get offline here, you end up going quite a ways back in the field. He was second when we went green. Look at Rossini taking a look at him now.
Yeah, once he had that, I'm not sure if he had contact with Wilson, but he was certainly close. He went wide and let up. and put him under a fresh attack.
It's definitely a good move on his part to avoid any contact with those two cars there. And now he's got to play cleanup now. He's got to get back up to the front. He has a fast, possibly race-winning car, but he's got to get through all these cars here, and these people are battling hard right now. As you can see, Hazard is under attack from the 90. That's Prusak, and we're riding with Wilson here.
Denton's going to be loving this now. As well
Oh,
as
yeah.
the one taking Guzman's points.
Ten laps to go. Oh, wow. 10 to go there as Prusak and Hazard get together. We are definitely racing at Lanier now. This is good old-fashioned short-track street stock racing. As Hazard gets forced up the track, we're 3 wide. Wilson gets together with the 53. Oh, we're racing now. Hazard works the inside. Prusak finds himself up top. This is for second. Wilson trying to make it 3 wide once again, trying to get those points for Guzman as they head down the backstretch. There's the 44 Denton way out in front. And now the 90 Prusak washes up. Contact. And that opens the door for Williamson. Oh. Oh. Well, that just happened. Look at Bob Gage through there, right through the middle. There's the yellow flag.
And there's a crabbing car.
Yes, there is. Watch out for the possessed pace car, too. Oof, man, that thing freaks me out. Looks like that's Rossini. There's your tracking car there. Just a lot of tight quarters racing there. I'll wait to see the replay before I say exactly what happened there, but lots of cars bouncing off each other. It was, you kind of see the storm clouds forming on the horizon for that one. Kind of knew it was coming, didn't know when it was going to be, but that's going to put Michael Denton under fire again when we go green. He's got Davey Hazard and Layla Wilson right behind him, as well as the 53 of Williamson. And there's the contact between Rossini and Prusak. Nowhere for Malloy to go. He kind of gets tied up there on the left rear of the number 99. I think that's why that car's tracking. Look at Bob Gage through there. He said, I already wrecked once today. I don't need to make it twice. Just a little tap, and we're off to the races. Oh, just got that inside wall there.
This is the unluckiest driver of Malloy. He wasn't even close to them coming to the corner, and then absolutely nothing he could do there.
No, he couldn't have even turned right. He would have gotten caught up in that anyway. So, big wreck, big shakeup. That's going to lead to a green-white checker here. And Denton's getting a little impatient there. He's pushing that Phantom Pace car. You know, it's going to come back and haunt him. It can go through walls. I wouldn't mess with that. Supernatural. So as we get ready to form up here, like I said, Hazard, Wilson right behind him. Wilson's got to go for those points for Guzman. There's the 53. That is Joey Williamson. He really wants to get back up there as the 33 gets the wave around. I do believe he'll be on the lead lap too, so we're going to have some wild racing here. Should be 3 to go as the green flag is waved. 44, 75, 88, 53. All these cars competitive up front. The 6 of Malloy limping around out there, as is the 90 of Prusak. He's been in a couple accidents right now. Those two hanging back a little ways.
I think 99 might be watching the rest of this race from his pit box.
I hope he brought his popcorn. We're going green flag racing once again. Should be a green-white checker here. Look at the whole shot Hazard gets going into turn 1. Denton very, very careful down on the bottom. Hazard working the outside. He pinches it down. Wilson on the inside. Hazard trying for the lead. Nothing doing. And looks like Wilson kind of moved him up the track there, put him in the wall. That's white. That is the white flag out. We have one car around. Looks like we're still going to finish this race. Wilson trying to defend that second spot from Williamson. Here comes Hazard. He gets in the back of Williamson, gives him a big shove. It should be checkers in the air for Denton in the 44. And got another car around in turn number 1. Lots of shaking up going on there at the end. You saw Michael Denton coming away with the win. Wilson getting down to that bottom, defending the inside and taking second. Williamson comes home third, and then Davey Hazard in his initial start with fourth. Here's the congratulatory bumps. Whoa, congratulatory pile-up. Let's go with that, too. All right, let's take a look at some of what happened here. This should be white flag here. Now these two cars are both damaged quite a bit, as you see. Oh,
Yeah,
ouch.
Back end weight went away from him, then the weight just transferred and swung him around.
Oh, that has got to hurt. He felt that through his iRacing wheel. Speaking of unlucky drivers, Bob Gage finally up on that lead lap again. He had a competitive car and just wrong place, wrong time there, last lap. This is the second one of those wild finishes we've had in as many weeks. As you see Denton getting ready to do his donuts there. Irwindale Speedway, as you will recall, there's a little bit of controversy there, a little bit of a rivalry going. And that's had time to cool off now, but definitely some really wild finishes here late in the season. And Denton comes away with his second win in as many weeks. It's a little bump there from the 6 in Malloy. So I'll go over that finishing order once again as you look at those folded cardboard fans. Michael Denton, your winner. Layla Wilson comes home second, running for Guzman. Williamson rounds out the podium. Davey Hazard comes home fourth. Errol Malloy with a good, strong fifth. And you got Phil Prusak in sixth. Bob Gage in seventh. Misha Rossini comes home 8th. And that is the finishing order on the DWRL Streak Stock Tour feature here at Lanier Raceway. Now, we've got 2 more races left, both at the same track on the same night. We're off to dang old Langley, and that should be a heck of a race. Very similar to Oxford Speedway, which we ran earlier this year. So that should be a very interesting way to finish off the season. 1-day race, 1-night race. And that will be it. We'll have a champion crowned at the end of that night. So we're going to take off and head off for dang old Langley, and we'll see you there.